Good evening to everybody watching. Doesn't matter which state, territory or island you're from. No matter what time it is, we have 8:33 here in Rockhampton. So it'll be 9:33 in Victoria, 6:33 in WA for the women's final of course, and 11:33 PM for the New Zealanders wanting to watch Simon Singleton. I hope you are all ready, you're in your seats, and ready for two great finals. Ladies on the left, it's Kristy Henville representing Western Australia, and she will be playing Lyndal Ellement, currently at the table for Victoria. That game is a race to 5. And the men's plate final is between Tasmania's Alex Pace and New Zealand South Simon Singleton. And once that gets fixed, that will be a race to 7. It says race to 8 on your screen now, but Jay Windross, our referee, has informed us that it's a race to 7. Let's get it popping. Both matches, as you can see, being timed, so 45 seconds a shot. Each player has an extension that they can use, which is worth 15 extra seconds, 1 per frame. Alex Pace earlier on besting the number 1 seed Andy Barney Boy Barnett. I think it was 7 frames to 5. I don't have the graphic in front of me, but I did see some of that match. And Simon Singleton 7-3, a winner over Cale Barrett, I think it was, from Tasmania. The same Cale Barrett who beat him in the open singles earlier in this tournament. So just having a quick look to the left as Lyndal makes her way around the table. She's playing reds. Australia's winning captain for the team. Of course, they won one of the teams events over in Ireland this year for the Worlds, and Lyndal was the captain of that. So unfortunately for her, that red looks like it's jammed up over the yellow over in bulk there, so she's going to have to do something special to finagle that out of there. There's Alex Pace just missing the yellow to the corner there, so there's a bit of a gap between the matches actually. We had obviously the 2 semi-finals leading up to these finals, and then we had 3 rounds of teams. So of course, Alex Pace plays for the Tasmanian Open team and Simon Singleton plays for the NZ South Open team, so it's not like they didn't play any pool in between their matches this morning and now. But even so, it's a different game because you're playing for yourself and also playing on the TV table as opposed to one of the other arena tables. These do play ever so slightly differently. And then you're just having to get yourself back into the groove, so to speak. After this there shall be no more, as Chester Bennington, may he rest in peace, once said for Lincoln Park. Looks like a reasonable layout for Simon here. He would have probably like to have been a little further up table on this red, but he is a very good player at using the inside English on the cue ball just to keep the cue ball away from the middle of the table in this particular instance. You don't want it anywhere near those yellows because that's trouble. And Simon just there waiting for, I think it was Lyndal to play a shot there. She'd been snookered on the reds, and off means that Kristy will have a good dig at these yellows. There is that trace of reverse English just to keep the cue ball nice and close to his work. I suppose I should have introduced myself for those of you who don't know me. My name is John Saundercock, and I will do my best to take you through these matches. Oh, he wouldn't do it. No, he's okay. Just for a moment there. There's a few people in the room, myself included, who thought that Simon was going to scratch. But this for a 1-0 lead. And down it goes. So 1-0 Simon Singleton in the men's AEBF, or sorry, the Open AEBF Plate Final. As you see, Jay Windross here, our referee, going to rack the balls. He will make all the calls. In his capacity in this tournament as a referee only, not playing. He's one of these people that you must tip your cap to every time you can, because he's been spending, 15 plus hour days here every single day to make sure that things run smoothly for us players. Staying in the room below us here in Rockhampton, there are no master breaks in this. Sorry, not master breaks, but golden breaks in this. Alex Pace making the 8 off the break, but unfortunately for him nothing else, so it is counted as a loss of turn, so it will be Simon's turn to the table. Of course, had he made a red or a yellow, he would continue on. But there has been no event at this particular tournament where the master breaks are break and clear, sorry. A golden break has been in play. Not even in the teams. As he fillets the gap nicely between red and black for the yellow to right centre. So the yellow that's sitting just above the red there, so you've got the cluster of 3 of them and then the yellow on the rail. The topmost yellow of that cluster of 3 looks to go into the middle left pocket here. This is table on your right, folks. So you want to leave himself as straight as he can on this one near the right rail. And it should be okay. See, he can even get as far down as that for the yellow to middle. He doesn't need to be square on it. In fact, square on it might be not as helpful to him because he really wants to access the top end of the table. Oh, hello. I wonder if Colby Pool's going to join me for a bash, is she? Do you want a drink? We only want unbiased opinions here, thank you very much. But no, she's not going to have a go with me in the com box. Too shy apparently. Just like Kaja Gugu. So table on the left here, Kristy, Henville. Looking away around the yellows, you can't see any of the yellows to the right of the black because they all kind of get in each other's way, so the one to the left will be the ball. But she does have 3 yellows that are in reasonable position that if she pots this ball she can float onto. Well, that's a mistake from Simon, and Alex Pace springs out of his chair. Kristy there managing to land on, well, either the yellow that's nearest the cue ball or the one just above the black there. It just depends on how she's seeing it as to which route she takes here. Because if she plays the one that's above the black, then she'll most likely run into the black, and then there's a chance that she might get hampered on the 2 yellows that she has remaining. And Alex Pace looking to square us up on the right there, just on the reds, having been gifted the opportunity from Simon earlier on. Pace about sums up the way that he plays. He's a reasonably quick player as the Tasmanian. As long as he knows what he was wanting to do, he's reasonably quick to his shot. And that's exactly the problem that Kristy had there. She couldn't get herself free on the yellow below the black. And she ended up getting hemmed in on the one above, so she had to play a plant, and never an easy shot at the best of times, and especially when they don't naturally go. Oh, what's Alex done there? I don't know whether he's miscued that or he's tried to lay it up or what he's done. But he's gifted Simon another opportunity here. The way these balls were lying, Simon would have thought he'd be sat in his seat the whole frame. Simon Kleinsman, welcome.
How are you, John?
Fine, thank you.
I'm very excited to see how this match pans out.
Just this game or both of them?
Both of them. All 4 of them are class players out there in the arena tonight.
Oh, 100%.
Cream rises to the top, eh, John?
Oh, very much so. Very much so. Well, Simon's the cream in terms of New Zealand players, playing against one of Tasmania's and Australia's finest. And then Lyndal Ellement, of course. I gave her the introduction, but she doesn't really need it for the women's game. They're getting onto the black. In fact, both players on the black at the same time here. Simon to go 2-0 up as he has, and Lyndal looking to notch her first frame.
I must say, John, that Simon looks very up for it out there tonight. And it's always interesting watching Alex Pace in his chair. He's very animated.
You sure that's not just him and all of Tasmania?
Him and all of Tasmania. They've been very loud in all their teams matches. Very fun to play against.
They have actually. I mean, it's always so when they're up and they're playing well and what have you, but it just adds so much extra to everything when you see players just, they don't really care about what others think if they give it some noise. So them or their teammates win a frame and they give it the come-ons and let's goes, and there might be a little bit of that as these games wear on. Obviously now it's quite early doors, but both teams have their little cadres of supporters, and they will be getting loud as their player, or if their player gets closer to the line.
And that's a very big break from Simon. You've got to fancy him taking yellows here, John.
Definitely, especially because he's got a yellow situated nicely to him.
Just go straight up for his one up the top and come back down for his work.
Yeah, sees the dance floor's at the other end of the table, so you want to pick this one up and then get dancing.
One of those 2 on the left-hand side of the table as you see it for last.
Yes, because the black naturally passes to the right middle, as on our view, because that red above it kind of blocks access to the bottom right, and the one to the left of it obviously it doesn't look to me like it passes, so if he can get, he needs to get obviously low on it.
He's starting to get that postman strut going on out there, isn't he, John?
Yeah, you see him doing little half laps around the table and having a look at his angles and then back to the shot.
He starts to really own the table and dominate with his presence and body language, which is what the best players all do.
Well, that's what you see. I mean, it's that table is their kill, so to speak. Well, even then he didn't need to run through because he had the room just to sit it there and take the black to bottom right. So he had the space.
Yeah, he's looking dangerous out there. Let's see how Alex Pace answers that. If he comes straight back at Simon, or
Well, he looks about as relaxed as. Well, it looks like he's on holiday almost. It's almost like, yeah, okay, I'm 3-0 down, but so what? It's my break. I can't control what's just happened, but I can control what's about to happen.
And in a race to 7, you always have 1 or 2 momentum swings. So if he can put his foot down and make something happen, there's plenty of life left in the rest of the race.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Alex knows as well as anyone that you've got these mid-range races. I mean, Simon's not even halfway there. You just make a good break here, as he has done. That's a massive break.
That is ginormous.
He's taken a massive sledgehammer to that. And now the yellows are looking mightily tasty. So, Quick Smart looking to get himself off the schneid here. Yellows to be the vehicle to do it. As we've just cast over to our ladies on the left, wanting to give them their true respects.
So what's Kristy on here, John? I haven't seen her play a shot in this frame yet.
I think she's on reds.
Yeah, looking like she's like that red to the middle.
She would have loved to have played a skill shot there and gotten rid of that yellow.
Yeah.
But she is actually on those 2 reds that the yellow would block. So take one of those and she should be able to unlock the second one. Especially if she takes the one that's to the left of the immediately to the left of the cube, or the one she's queuing now, because that allows her access to the rest of the table. So now she's been able to get just past middle to play the one that's past the middle point if she wishes to, but because that's running away from the table where the rest of her balls are, she'll probably just reconsolidate.
I noticed there as well that Kristy's using a plastic ferrule. It's something I've noticed a lot of the Aussie players utilising.
Okay.
A lower deflection plastic ferrule.
Same as Alex by the look of it.
Yep.
I don't know all that much about cues or ferrules, to be fair, and I play the game, but obviously you're more of a nerd than I am. So
Alex Pace has done just that. He's answered right back at Simon, and he's taken those really nicely. Black to
this is a
3-1. Fantastic.
That is a fantastic riposte from the young man from the southernmost Australian province or territory, separated by the Bass Strait. He'll have his army behind him, and hopefully in Tassie, where it's 1 hour in front of us here, there'll be many people tuning into this to watch him play.
I
really hope
played a really good shot there, John. Great pop.
Yeah, it's a shot where she obviously knew that she needed it. She would have absolutely loved to have gotten a piece of that yellow, taken it away, but
open up that pocket for the last red.
Yep, but she's given herself a chance here, and that red, if all else fails, will go off the rail and off the back of the yellow. So not all is lost here if she can't get on it.
And that's a big thing that we've all noticed on these tables this week, is giving yourself a shot is a lot more important than having perfect position.
Yep. So you just got to keep in the frame. You've got to keep fighting. You see that in the teams game as you get out of pos, or you beat yourself. You're looking for anything you can play that'll get yourself back in, even if it's a safety shot. I mean, it could be a safety shot, it could be a turnover shot, you could look to play a dump shot, you could look to run into one of theirs and kick it safe. There's always a shot in this game. The rule set's very good for that.
So Simon's at the table, and Another big break. Looks like he's looking at yellows here, playing for one of these 2 yellows to the middle, or potentially the yellow to the corner. But his quarter pieces out red, and that's worked out beautifully.
That's absolutely fine.
He's had a result there.
Take rail first to Kristy. No. Maybe it did go and we didn't notice. It's these pockets do play quite big when you play slow, so maybe it did actually catch the jaw and go in ordinarily. But unfortunately for Kristy, the yellow got in the road.
I'd hate to give Simon the commentator's curse, but this looks like ABC
don't.
for...
It would don't then. I mean, you know what should happen 95% of the time.
Yep.
Just needs to draw this just that much there, and probably just draw this back to go past the red, so that, well, not past the red, but behind the red. No, he's gone for the follow. Could have gone either way there, but follow probably the safer shot. And Simon more than halfway to the target.
Getting right into this match now is Simon. In the last couple of frames has been a bit of back and forth, so...
Yeah, it's not not been one visit frames, have they?
No, not
that
at all.
particular one, I think, was a what Simon to break and clear, but there were a few there where there were multiple visits, and Alex Pace obviously getting the dud end of them, being 4-1 down. I see Lyndal Ellement here looking to do some scheming on the yellows here. The right kind of scheming, of course. Oh, it's a dry break. It's a dry break, would you believe it? That's a lovely cut from Lyndal, and every roll's a winner here, baby. Thinned that into perfection, and now she's nice and central to the yellow to the middle. As you see there on the left screen as well, just top rightmost is Joey Tomei, and to her right is Colby Pole, 2 of her Victorian teammates. And then can't really see as much on Simon's match, although furthest right you can see Kelly Adair, who actually plays for the ladies North Island team.
Simon's taken his time having a look at these yellows, making sure he's got a clear idea of where he's heading.
Yeah, that's often... Oh, he's beached himself. Yucky. Touching ball, yeah, it's touching ball, so he doesn't have to actually make contact with the yellow here. In fact, if he makes contact with the yellow that he's frozen to, unless he makes a rail first, it's a foul. So touching ball's a bit of a grace here, because he can play a shot that he otherwise wouldn't be able to play, because he'd have to make contact with one of his balls first.
Yeah, so if Simon so chose, he could pot that red over the middle, for example.
Yeah. Bang!
Oh,
what a big
straight
double!
in the corner.
What a big double. Who needs position? I promise you it will sound the same if Alex Pace plays that shot. I am not biased in any way, shape or form. I just like good pull. So Kristy had the chance to square us up there, but couldn't quite do so. Lyndal 2-0 ahead in the women's final. Successful with the break though, so she'll be probably looking for the yellows here. The yellows look like the better set by some distance.
Yep.
They all seem to have pockets,
Perhaps
and
she cuts
they
this
all
one
seem
in.
to link. That's not the best first shot though. She's left herself a long way away from the rest of them, so she's going to have to come with one here.
So Simon's got an interesting shot here where...
Oh, she did. Unfortunately, she's then made one of her yellows a bit harder, but we've still got a time in this. If she can get reasonably straight on that yellow that's on the bolt, not the bulk rail, but the top rail there, then she may be able to use that as a plant. She's actually looking to take it now. Maybe with where the reds are, they lie, it's not such a bad shot because it gives her a little bit more time to work in the frame. She's that dry break. That's going to cost. I'm pretty sure it's 4-1, so somebody's having a meal with the score here. I could swear on your life that it's 4-1.
It's 4-1 to Simon.
And Simon there on the black. If this does go, it'll be 5-1.
Yeah, and
Down
that's
it
another
does
good
go.
finish from Simon.
And that was against the break too. Alex broke dry and Simon said, "Thank you very much, I'll have these."
Every frame you clear against the break is a big blow.
Yep. It almost feels like two of them, doesn't it?
It does, it does.
Because it's like serve and tennis. You don't expect to win the game when you're against serve, do you?
Yep. Yep. Exactly right. So Kristy here on yellows.
Oh, don't worry, bro. I've done that too.
You've done that?
Kristy.
Kristy, yes, right.
Almost every single time I've said her name, I've got the I and R the wrong way around.
Yep. It's easy to do when you're looking at it on the screen like that. Elected to play safe, which from where she's left it is not a bad shot.
No, it's giving Lyndal a different look at the frame than she's used to.
Yes.
You're used to having everything open or you unfettered access to all the balls, but you're making her earn the frame this way, which I like. You turn all down, you're saying, well, I'm not going to give anything to you. You've got to earn it yourself. Like you've perhaps burgled two off me, but you're really going to have to work at this one to have it.
She's attempted to pot Kristy's ball there into the centre, which is, as you know, the fewer balls on the table you have, the more your advantage dwindles.
True.
So
you're looking to almost take a potential worker away. Or
exactly. Almost like a game of chess, taking away a piece off the board.
Yeah, and I know a lot of pool players play chess as well, because they both require the mental acuity to work out what you're doing. Oh, she's tried to put the big hoof in there to get in behind the red to kick the yellow in or kick it out, and it hasn't worked. So this could be trouble here, unless you can come with a good safety. One of those yellows does go, but I suspect it's not the one he played for. Actually, apologies, it was the one he played for. It's freeing the one away from the red as the secondary. It's going to be a bit tricky here to go around the back of this ball. He's actually ran straight really into it. He's decided to incorporate that into his shot, and he's done so quite well.
I think the ball that's asking questions of Simon here is that yellow to the left of the black. He's got to make sure he lands on the other yellow to the centre or to the corner, so that he can make way for the yellow to...
He wants to be straighter on the one that's closest to the middle. He wants to be straighter on it, because that way you can just run through and be bang on. See, right now probably doesn't have the angle, so he might try to play for that one to the left of the black now, in fact. If he can get as far down as he can on this and almost go between them. There you go.
Yeah.
Go between them, pick the gap.
Shots like that have been really difficult to judge this week, John.
Oh, amen.
You're
always scared you're going to run into something.
Yeah, and the cloth that is on these tables has been very slidey, especially around the cushions and playing delicate little holding shots.
Yeah, I should know, because I tried to play a few yesterday and didn't quite work. Just overran them.
It's easy to do. But no such mistakes from Simon in this finish so far. Looking for this black to go on the hill.
That was excellent cue ball positioning from where he was too. He could have lost that, but no, he's managed to park it up nicely.
Yep.
6-1 to Simon Singleton. He reaches the hill in what seems like no time here. He is feeling it. He is feeling some kind of way here.
If you're Alex Pace sat in your chair right now, you're thinking, haven't really done too much wrong.
No, I've just existed and that's been enough of a punishment.
Yep. And so for him, all that's left is taking each frame as it comes, and you never know what can happen.
No, I mean, I love this. Oh, I love it. You don't see much of this, and you actually get to look at the player. So he needs a ball off the break.
Oh, wow.
He's broken dry again. This could very well be sayonara once again. This will be the final goodbye. You feel like you've done very little wrong in this game if you're Alex Pace sat in the chair at 6-1 down, but really you've just been out. I mean, you've been outpointed first of all, but all the opportunities have seemed to go against you, and Simon's in a very much punishing mood at the moment. He's given very little away.
I'm not sure he's gone quite as far as he was hoping to there.
Kristy there unable to make contact with the yellow, so it will be a very well worked and very patient ball in hand for Lyndal. It's been quite a few minutes in the making that, but that's what patience buys you in this game. The fact that you can snooker and play turnover shots, and so what, if you know how to use that aspect of the rules, it can be very, very beneficial to you. Lyndal here looking to make the most of that.
Alex almost looks resigned in his chair.
He looks about the same as he did 3 frames ago, to be fair. It's almost like he's mastered the art of giving very little away, even when he's just about to be put to the sword. Well, you would think anyway. You'd never want to count anything in or out. But the position arrow was only going one way at the moment.
Yep.
It's a draw for the... Okay, that's not great.
So he's got a shot to play here, does Simon?
I think he tried to pick the gap between that yellow and the red there. And then he was going to use that yellow that's past the middle pocket as his last ball. But now he's going to have to rethink his whole process. Well, this is going to may bring black into play here. Third.
Oh,
what a
played
pot!
That really, really well.
Oh, that's amazing. And Alex, you feel for the dude. You really do. You really do. This is for the victory. For the AEBF plate, open grade for 2024. 5.
Will we hear a roar here, John?
There he goes.
Yes, we do.
And yes, you will. Well done, Simon Singleton. On the day, too good for Alex Pace, 7 frames to 1. And yeah, Alex Pace basically saying what the rest of us are saying. What can I do? That was an amazing bit of artistry on a table from Simon Singleton. And commiserations again to Alex Pace. He's had an amazing run in this tournament, but he just ran straight into a brick wall right there and then. So yeah, we've gone final on the right table, 7-1 Simon Singleton, your new champion for the plate. However, it is still to play for. Table on your left is the ladies' final. Kristy Henville currently 2-0 down against the player at the table, Lyndal Ellement. And Lyndal just with the red and the black to go more than halfway to her target.
So one good shot here from Lyndal. She's just got to get below the centre line of the table because that black looks like a fairly straightforward cut to the centre. They're playing fairly generous, so
they are. You need to get it.
Can she make it past the centre line? Absolutely, she can.
Well, she needed to get it past where her hand was.
Yep.
Where her bridge hand was. What she has done. Now is the kind of gambit, though. Do you play this with a little bit more pace in case you miss it, or do you just say, well, no, I'm playing 100% to pot this, and I'll play it slow and just tip it in?
Personally, John, I think you've got to win your frames.
Yeah.
I think you've got to take your opportunities and win your frames.
Because I know some players would play this with a bit more speed just in case. So
yeah,
Lyndal's gone
a great
for
shot.
The former option, and that's one of the frame.
3-0 up for Lyndal Ellement.
Also, as you see, the timer, she's using almost every single second on that to work out her angles and her options. And that's what often separates the great players from the players a rung below, is that clock management when you are playing to a time. So you've got 45 seconds as is per standard and an extension, but especially when the crunch is on, the best players tend to be the best at using all of that clock and then knowing when to use that extension. Lyndal Ellement, of course, has played at the highest level of the game for quite a few years, so clock management has come second nature to her, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and the top players use that time to be really clear about the shot they're going to play and totally commit to the shot they're about to play. She's made a ball off the break, so she has first opportunity in the fourth frame.
Whatever floats her boat here, but I'm pretty sure you get more buoyancy with yellows.
I'm leaning towards yellows as well. Saves you from worrying about those 3 reds in the centre of the table.
Do you know who won the Indigenous?
So this looks like she's lining up this plant down the left-hand long rail. And in that goes, but it's drifted onto the rail, so
Bit of yuck.
Not sure if she's got a direct pot on, unless she can cut this yellow back to the right-hand centre.
Not fancying the worldie here. Just going to lay this up. Which is fine.
It's a good shot to play. You don't want to be chasing finishes and getting too deep.
You're 3-0 up, you don't need to.
No, you can.
The other player needs to make all the play. Make them do it.
That's exactly right. You can play the considered game and
give them more rope to hang themselves with if need be.
Play the percentage shots. Play the percentage shots.
We've got multiple angles of this, which I absolutely love, and the fact that we can control those cameras too. Big thanks to Dan Lynch, CueballTV, for allowing us the look that we've got and the opportunity to commentate. It's a wonderful product, this actually. I mean, it looks clean as, and it's just right. Look at that. You get to have a look at, you almost get to get inside Lyndal's head as she's working this shot out of how she's going to play it. Which you don't really get on many streams. You don't actually get to look at the player directly. You only get a real general look at the table.
It's one screen fits all, isn't it, John?
Yeah, it is. And obviously you've got a bit more money and more time to invest here because you've got a bigger product, but the use of that has been excellent. It really brings it brings more into the game when you can really see the players as people whilst they're playing the game, not just as pool players. And then you can pan around the room if you need to, or in a break between play, and you can get a general sense of the vibe in the room. That needed a little bit more wheat bix. I tell you what.
What do you like here for Kristy, John? What do you think the shot is here? Playing this red to the top left and stunning over for one of the other two to the middle?
Yep. Well, that'll get rid of them and they're all clustered. No, Jesus, I did that again. Thought she was going to scratch, but no, she got her line right. If anything, I was almost scared for her there. I thought, well, you've played a good shot and you might scratch, but
from where she is right now, she's actually looking really good, John. If she can drop this red into the left-hand centre pocket as we see it. Oh no, what do I know? She's seen a better shot than me. And she's played that wonderfully.
She has. I'm just a little bit afraid about that red that she's left there. Because for me that was the shot. She had to kind of steel herself to play the tough shot to the middle.
Just so that she could clear that edge, that area of the table.
She might prove me wrong though, or this. Now then, may still prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. Please make me look stupid. I don't think she's going to cannon into that red here. I reckon she'll go wide, but chances are she might end up behind it. Oh, you kidding?
That is unfortunate.
Really?
Squeezed in behind those two yellows that were parked there.
Oh, that's gut-wrenching. I was about to use another term, but I can't really say it. It just hurts. It's like somebody's knifed you in the stomach.
You want to see every shot work out from this side of the camera, don't you, John?
You do, and I don't care who plays it. I genuinely couldn't give a rat's who plays it. You just want to see good you want to see good shots. You want to see good pull, and whether it's a rescue shot or a pod or what have you, you want to see it work because you want to be able to give it the depth that it deserves. But you realise that not everything will go the way you want it to as a player or as a commentator.
So Lyndal here with an opportunity to work out this finish in a nice way from one end of the table to the other.
The transition. Yeah, you're almost looking at that yellow under the red last. And I'm saying that because of the fact that because that yellow that's next to the black is a good second to last ball, because if you can you can basically replace the yellow with the cue ball and you can swing around behind the red and you're good for the black.
For me, John, the shot is just playing this at a nice pace because if you play between the two yellows, you're on both of them almost the entire time.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, and she's played an absolute worldie there.
And now the red is not an issue because it's been banished to the shadow realm.
Yep, she's in total control of this frame now. It's at her mercy, we would say.
I mean, she could take either ball here, but
she's taken the right ball for me.
This one is the better of the two, I would say. Because now all she needs to do is draw straight back to about where she is now and
play a confident shot that she's practiced 1,000 times.
That's a bit tricky. Ooh. Didn't want to be there. Really didn't want to be there. By the way, it is not Jay Windross refereeing this match, it is Winston. I don't know his last name, sorry. He's just standing watch. This is that clock management thing too. She's got about 20 seconds now. If she wants to use her extension, she can.
These are such tricky, delicate shots.
Oh, horrible.
Oh, that is a really good shot, John.
It is. It looks easy because it looks like a straight poke, but the cue ball's smaller than the object balls. You're really having to jack up to get there, and it's hard to see what you're doing.
It's hard to see what you're doing. It's hard not to cue the red. It's hard to strike centre of the cue ball. Make sure you're not pushing it offline. You can't even see it.
You can't see the centre of the cue ball, so how are you meant to reliably cue the centre? You've just got to trust your hand-eye, don't you? There's a few of the WA boys and girls here looking to give Kristy some support, and boy does she need it right now. 4-0 down, race to 5. Well, Hilton nil.
She's made a ball off the break, which is a good start.
That is what the doctor ordered, though.
Reds are looking nice here as well.
The Reds look absolutely divine here.
The only reason I say
Don't jam
Reds,
yourself up on them, though.
The only reason I say Reds rather than yellows is because of that cluster of 3 yellows in the middle, which would take some working out.
Well, for me it was more the fact that she was central to a red and the rest of them seemed to link. That for me is a wee bit careless, but she's still okay. Do you think... she needs to slow down. Oh dear, she needs to slow down.
Can't help but wonder if she's given the match away a little bit from 4-0 down.
Yeah, I don't think she has, but she needed to realise that you've got so much time to look at what you're doing. You don't need to just jump up and play a shot. But she's almost thinking, well, these are knock-ins, this is a practice, but it's not a practice. You have to give everything its due attention, and for me she hasn't there, and that's why she's missed.
So what do you think the best way to go about these for Lyndal is, John? This plant to start?
I like the plant to start, actually. Normally I would say no, but this particular occasion I'm leaning towards it. She hasn't landed good on any of the ones beneath her.
And she's got to be careful here because all of Kristy's balls are in open and available positions, with the exception of the one up the top of the table and the one on the bottom of the rail. But there's balls to get to them. So even from
she's going to play a kick shot here. She's going to try and kick at the bottommost yellow of the 3, I reckon. She might be able to get some sort of safety on this if she doesn't get the pot.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
That's a great shot, though.
That's a great shot. She's held her hand up to apologise, but there's nothing to apologise for.
Really, I thought she played for that. I honestly did. I mean, she shadow cued it like that's exactly what she was trying to do. Maybe she was apologising because she thought it was going to sit there. Yeah, it seemed to sit there for an age and then drop. There are no genuine sorries in this game. This could be a little bit hairy though, because this cue ball's working its way towards the middle pocket. If it doesn't find a red to dance with, this could be quite fascinating. I reckon this goes wide of that red to the left of it, which could be trouble if she's not careful. Well, she's gone and proved me half right there. Here's a shot that she, see her hold her hand up. I don't think she genuinely thought it was in. She thought, like, Kristy would have been getting up out of her seat thinking, I'm going to get a shot here. But no, sit back down, it's gone in. If you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. It's a painful emotion. You think you're getting another shot at the table.
That could be worth something.
Tying the black up, yep.
Well, it's not the greatest tie-up, but it is a nuisance. Lyndal, if she's really feeling like she wants to have a dash at one, could play this one she's closest to and kind of try to stun into those balls. I know it's a very risky play, of course, because it's the black, and if she somehow manages to grind that black into the pocket, she loses the frame. It is an option, but again, 4-0 up, you don't need to be doing these.
That was stunning. We've just got Simon coming over to say hello to us, asking us if it was all right for us to commentate on.
It's champagne. It really was.
It was beautiful to watch, pal.
Didn't even have enough time to be non-biased, really.
So now with the tension back on Lyndal.
I reckon this passes. The one in the middle of the table, I reckon it passes. No. It'll do. Perhaps I'm a little bit surprised that she went that way. Obviously she's got one shot, one kill in mind, but I wonder if she would have been doing better to put that yellow near where the red and the black were and give herself the chance to get that black out.
Yeah, well for me, Kristy's really got to start leveraging the number of balls she has on the table. Playing a couple of shots that manoeuvre them into positions where she can lay a good snooker or potentially play another turnover shot and really put herself in the driving seat.
Turnover shot's a bit difficult, well not the turnover shot, sorry, but the snooker's a bit difficult here because the only ball that's nearest the rail for her to really do that is at the other end of the table. Oh, look out. Look out. That's okay.
We could be seeing a snooker here though, John.
You could. She just runs kind of slowly into that red that's nearest the rail there. Just the one, the right leftmost red on your screen now, and try to jam the cue ball up behind it. But she's kind of in between here, and this is where she needs to be careful because she's going to get the beeps coming soon. That ain't it. That, I'm afraid, ain't it. I'm not sure what she was trying to do, whether she was trying to kick it like that. It's one of those where you genuinely scratch your head and wonder what the player was attempting there. It sounds incredibly harsh, but that's how it felt.
It's not terrible though, because she's still left the red by the black, so Lyndal's got a shot to play if she wants to win the frame here.
Yeah, if she can miss these two other balls, and she hasn't been able to, but I mean, she could play the percentages here, of course, and just smack that to smack that in and get high of the black, then she can put it somewhere right near the pocket, and then that's the kind of percentages.
Yep.
I know that she's got 1 ball versus 3, but the onus then becomes on Kristy to keep on laying snookers.
I really like that. She's given herself a ball there to go into them, and she's kept it on the table.
Yeah,
But-
and it's hard to snooker when it's there because it's sticking out.
But even so, from here, you'd say that with balls on the table, Kristy has an opportunity to put something good in here.
Well, normally you would favour the player on reds here, would you not?
You would.
That's okay. It's maybe a little more awkward with those reds than she would like, but
She was making sure she didn't
she's
leave the
making
angle
sure
to
that
get the black
yeah,
out.
Yeah. So she's running away from the natural promotion here. She's forcing Lyndal to play long here as well, so there's a chance that she could drift this into the red. If she does that, of course, it's a foul, and then the ball should open up. This now offers a big opportunity for a snooker. Where she could play either
The
of those two reds.
the leftmost red.
Oh, yeah, I'd go the leftmost red and jam her up behind the other one.
Yep.
And see if you can get out of that.
Yep.
Pick the bones out of that.
Really ask a question and say, I'm not going away yet.
Well, this is where you could play the big jam up snooker and really send a message. She doesn't want to overhit it though, because then she leaves the ball on.
She's played it well.
That will do just nicely. May need multiple rails to get at this, although the one rail kit does look on. But again, because she's now put distance between the two reds, they become a lot easier to play. And also their red next to the black does pot. So if it is a ball in hand, presuming nothing else happens with it, then she should have a run out. Lyndal really does need to make contact with this.
And this looks like it's going to be quite nice.
It is.
Ooh.
She's unlucky she didn't get a cover.
Yep.
But I've seen these balls become nuisances in the past. See, the compulsion here is to try to move it as far as you can, but you don't need to.
No,
You only need to bump it about half a ball away and the black's on.
Yep.
So, I mean, you want to take that ball now, then sure, but you don't want to hit it too hard, because then the black squeezes off, the Cueball squeezes off the black, I should say. Which she hasn't. And this now actually gives Lyndal a chance for a turnover, I would say.
And if
If there's any way she can snooker Kristy on both balls, then
Absolutely.
that'd be fantastic. Otherwise, she'd want to at least snooker her on the one nearer the rail, because that's the one that should be potable.
Yeah, she's done
there
really
you
well
go.
there.
See, I think she's got a snooker on both balls, unless Kristy can see the very edge of the one that's off the rail.
I'm gonna wager that she can.
Yeah.
I think she can see the finest edge of that.
And if that's the case, then that's all she can play. And she just needs to concentrate on making a good shot here and not fouling. Don't foul. Yeah, that's alright. Bit heart and mouth, but it's okay. But of course this offers the chance for Lyndal to put her in another snooker.
There's two
Half ball
shots.
this and stick behind.
There's two shots she can play here. She can go for the snooker, or she can try and lay up inside this red.
Okay, and behind it.
Yeah. Because
but
that way
then-
she can push her yellow towards a bag
Yeah, but for
and
me
not leave an easy safety.
For me though, it moves away from. Oh, what's she done there?
Gone for a long double.
I think that's a mental omission there. I really do. What was wrong with the snooker? I know I'm not there and she is, but I don't see the point in that. Yes, she's kind of blagged a result there that these reds have both gone hard, but
I think
there was a chance to really shore that frame up there.
all Kristy needs to do now is drop this in.
Oh, didn't want that. That's okay though, it's actually come back on the same angle. More distance the better, but no real pot here for Lyndal. And now of course the snooker isn't really possible because the balls are at different ends of the table. So she's going to have to block something or kick something safe or even have a go at this. Right now for me, she needs to have a go at this. She needs to go for the double.
No, I think she's lining it
Top
up.
left.
Oh,
Top
that
left.
is a
Yes,
beautiful shot.
indeed. Have it. Have it.
That is a beautiful shot.
This for the women's final champion. Can she make one more pot? Lyndal Ellement. Yes, she can. Well done, Lyndal Ellement. AEBF plate winner for 2025 here in Rockhampton over Kristy Henville, 5 frames to 0. Commiserations to Kristy. Journey to get here, very, very well taken. Not to be today for the lady from WA. Vics are victorious though in this particular match. So both finals done. And in fact there is another game on one of the other tables. I think that's the Masters AEBF plate final. For those of you who are still watching on CueballTV, I think it's on CueballTV. Is Alan Brown of WA currently 4-3 ahead of Jeremy Maguire, and that is a race to 5. Oh, sorry. So those of you who are wanting to watch the Masters duke it out for supremacy, and please stick with us. Unless I've dug down into a deep hole. Okay. Okay. So we do have commentary for that Masters final, so don't need to listen to us anymore. Just before we sign out, just text, not in these rules. As long as you make contact with your own ball first, if you sink your opponent's ball, it is not a foul. It's a loss of turn if you do not sink one of your balls as well, or it's still your turn if you do. I'm not sure what rule set you play. You might be coming from black ball or two shot where it is a foul, but not in international rules, so hopefully that helps. But I hope you've all enjoyed this coverage, and
In any
the
case,
ladies and the open final for the plate. Congratulations once again to Lyndal Ellement for the ladies, Simon Singleton for the open. Simon Kleinsman, have you anything to add?
2 excellent matches and won by 2 well-deserving players.
Colby.
Excellent entertainment here on CueballTV. So that's it from me, signing off on this particular stream.
Yes, I've been John Saundercock, he's been Simon Kleinsman, and we hope you've enjoyed our coverage thus far. Please join us again for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We will see more legends being made more champions being crowned, and more pool to be played. Ka kite, stay safe. See you all later.